and welcome back again in another beautiful episode. In this live podcast, in the live podcast that we have for tonight, we're going to address problematic issues that non-native speakers, especially students, face when they're learning the beautiful language of English. The reason I'm addressing this live is because I want you to ask me any questions that you have off top of your head. The reason is very simple. I want to address them directly and organically and straightforwardly. One of the major questions that we come across and get often asked by learners is, how do I learn English? If you look at the questions here that I just posted, question number one is, what is the best way to learn a second language? So if any one of these questions is one of the questions that you are asking, I will address some of these questions. The first question that we have in the list here is, what is the best way to learn English, and what is the best book that you recommend to learn English? And it's actually, there is no one way and there is no one single book. Let's address the first part of the question. Why is there no single book to learn English holistically? It's very simple. People are different. Their learning is different. Their learning is as distinctive as their eyes, irises, and fingerprints. It's really difficult, and it's really important to understand that it's really difficult to describe or prescribe a book to every learner. Some of the learners prefer to listen to music. Some learners prefer to listen to songs. Some people like to watch movies. Some people like to watch TV shows. But all of these are complementary to the process of learning. Learning does not happen overnight. It happens after a long period of practice and a long period of training and lots of struggle and lots of frustration. Actually, if I want to summarize, and if I could summarize my learning trajectory of English, and truncate that into a single word, the best word to describe it is struggle and frustration. These are the two words that describe my learning of English at the beginning. But by course of time, we definitely develop our stratagems to build on and improve and sharpen and then become better. Lots of people ask, what is the best book that you recommend? I ask them, what are you passionate about? Why do you want to learn English? What is the major goal that you have after learning English? What's your field of interest? I scout for their field of interest and see where they're psychologically coming from and what their preferences are, and according to which we tailor certain books and recommended books to them. If you want to learn English, you need to divide it into 6 or 7 categories. You need to divide it into listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and vocabulary and grammar. I understand that English is hygienely homogeneous, and it's really hard to decompose it and dismantle it into its basic components. But for sake of understanding, and because we are coming from learning perspective, not acquisition perspective, we need to divide and conquer, as we say in English. We need to understand that it's really hard to target English all together in one combination. We need to chronologically order our learning, and we need to scaffold our learning by applying certain strategies to each one of the skills. And we start with the basic skills and basic instincts of human being: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. These are the basic instincts that can be trained and can be sharpened and can be better. These are the basic skills that you need to press hard on them to get a good result out of them. So there is no one single strategy and there is no magic spell. There is no particular book to be recommended. You need to choose your favorite themes and subjects and topics and build what you can find based on that. So if you're interested in sports, just go find any documentaries, list 10 and watch them every week. And read magazines about sports. Or if you're interested in learning about movies and social movies or horror movies or thrill movies, I understand that the level of knowledge received from watching movies is not as high as practicing with other learners and motivating and stimulating your linguistic skills, human linguistic skills that can instinctively help you communicate and deliver your message to the people. So it's quite important that you keep that in mind. There is no one single book. There are books, and there is no single way of learning English. There are multiple ways, and these ways are compatible with your learning preferences. Some people like to learn while they're driving, so we recommend them to listen to podcasts in English. Some people like to watch documentaries, so we recommend them watch something that is relevant to their social life. If they're interested in art, or they're interested in movies, or they're interested in directory or photography, we recommend them watch tutorials. I think the best treasure that contains all of that is YouTube. YouTube has tons of videos that you can make use of to learn English. Look, a very successful sample and success story is kids in Iraq nowadays. They learn English naturally and organically by just watching YouTube. By watching, they instinctively improve their language skills and they stimulate their linguistic repertoire to reproduce the listening content that they watch on YouTube. So what they do is they imitate first. They imitate the speakers, and imitation is the best image of the original product of English. So they start producing very pure, organic, native-like language outputs. And that's pretty much what you have to do. First, we need to imitate. And through the process of imitation, we come up with a good example of learning method or approach on which we build and develop our skills gradually. These are some of the common questions that we come across here. If you have other questions, I urge you to please ask me the questions, send me the questions, send me voice memos if you want to. If you want me to check your English level and see where you are and what you need to be recommended to do or to read or to listen to. Thank you so much. That was quick and snappy video to remind you that English is necessary, especially with the opening of 2021. This year is really challenging, and most of people are going to work from home, and that is going to be the lifestyle of the 21st century. So you need to keep up with that by learning more than one language. I'm learning Spanish and French right now, and you need to do so. You need to start with English, building on English. The more languages you accumulate, the faster learner you'll become and the smarter. And actually, that is going to help you by the progression of your age. Is your memory is going to stay fresh, and you are going to be recalling lots of memories and lots of things about learning. But remember something. Some people say cheesy things like you need to be motivated and listen to music and songs in order to learn English. Actually, and to be honest, learning any language is frustrating and it has lots of struggle. But it pays off when you start talking to people who do not speak your native language. That is the beauty of language, when you start understanding and saying, to people you do not know or they don't speak your own mother tongue. So thank you so much for this journey with us, and I look forward to help you and assist you with your learning trajectory. مدرب اللغة وليد خالد.